Hey everyone, it is Monday. Mitchell back here on my MI Sports Talk YouTube channel. I was going to start out with the ACC tournament today, but first, since I'm looking forward to it the most, obviously, it is the Big Ten tournament. I'm going to be doing my bracket handwritten. Obviously, I'll be filling out online through the CBS Sports Conference Tourney Bracket Challenge. Just all five of the major conference tournaments that are going on. I'll be doing that, but first I just wanted to do it handwritten, and then I can just basically fill them in once I get on the computer, and then share it with you guys right away as the morning started here in Wisconsin. A beautiful spring week coming up here, so without any further ado, we will start. The Big Ten tournament is on my bucket list Sunday. It's not in Chicago this year. It's in Indianapolis because they started to alternate every other year, just like when they used to do it. But they had it in the East Coast for a few years, so now it's finally back to what it used to be, and it's back there, so we'll really see what happens there. And I think Northwestern actually improved to a 13th seed. Holy man, they were a 14th seed for probably a couple weeks in a row, but they had a big win against Lamar Stevens and Penn State, and they really showed that they are ready for a couple maybe postseason wins potentially. So I think they will beat Minnesota. It won't really be an upset to me because I think Northwestern's just close enough to Chicago. They just have quite a bit this year, and I think Richard Pitino's squad's just really struggling. If they can beat Penn State, I think they can easily beat Minnesota. And then Nebraska and Indiana, I don't really see this one being that close, obviously. Nebraska got blown out to Michigan, then they got blown out their last game, whoever they played, so we will take Indiana there to keep their tournament hopes alive since he was Jerry Pound's last four in. I'm glad some of you guys watched the video last night of his updated bubble team. So thank you very much for tuning into that. I very much appreciate it. So yeah, that was one of his last teams in. So yep, like a bye. So yep, we'll take them there. And then Penn State I think will beat Indiana because of Lamar Stevens. They will really come out of their stretch after losing to Northwestern. They will really be ready to, because they also lost to them in Northwestern, which can be a tough place to play when they compete with teams. So I think they will definitely get to Friday's round there with a date with Maryland. And I think Luka Garza and Iowa will eventually eliminate Northwestern. It's not like Northwestern go all the way. They could win a game or two, and they can make things interesting in the tournaments. And then, yeah, we went to that game where I said Iowa would win, and then Illinois will get the double bye, so then they would play Iowa. Michigan and Rutgers, this is a really good game because Michigan played Rutgers twice on the East Coast. One game was neutral site in New York where they barely had that one. They didn't shoot as well, but their defense just led to a victory there. If they can truly play defense, even if they don't score a lot, I think they will beat Rutgers, and I think they will beat Rutgers. So they will play Wisconsin on Friday for the first 11 a.m. play-in game because Wisconsin has a double bye. This is going to be a really good matchup. I think Michigan-Wisconsin was also a good matchup other than Kobe King shooting well on my Wolverines. And the Badgers deserved to win it from watching the highlights on YouTube that night. And I think they're just going to keep having the momentum in the Big Ten tournament. And I don't think Michigan's going to have enough in the conference tournament to beat them. They'll at least get rest for the actual NCAA tournaments, and I think Wisconsin with their shooting, and they've been on such a streak lately. They won a lot of good games. I think they will move on to Saturday semifinal to keep their run going. Then Iowa and Illinois. I think Illinois just has a really good point guard that can really make noise in Iowa. This is also a very good matchup. It would be following the Michigan-Wisconsin game if this were to happen. So wow, we would have a couple good Friday early games. So wow, it already feels big just predicting this. Got Ohio State, Michigan State. Caleb Weston got fouled with 3 minutes left while I watched that game last night, and I truly don't think Ohio State has enough, especially in the Big Ten tournament. They got blown out a few times to Michigan State these past few years. One of the years they haven't been in the tournament, but they kind of fell their way apart in the Big Ten tournament. So I think Michigan State will win that one there. Cassius Winston, and they shot so well yesterday. Some of the best they shot all season. So we'll have them win that one, and then we'll take. I'm gonna get the TV off here. So, yep. And then we'll take Lamar Stevens and Penn State to beat Indiana, like I said earlier. And then I think Maryland, just because of how well they shot against Michigan, they were my national championship pick as of yesterday's ESPN bracketology. I think they will beat Penn State. So, excuse me. So, yeah, we have our Final Four here for the Big Ten. we have Wisconsin and Illinois. I think Wisconsin's just gonna keep rolling. Kobe King, Greg Slart's squad. He's one of the candidates seriously for Coach of the Year because of them losing to Richmond, them losing a few games in New York, just to where they're at now. They've had a remarkable run, and Wisconsin sports just continue the trend this year, and that's showing what basketball in a three-way outright Big Ten tie. So I think they will continue their run and they will advance to Sunday. Michigan State, Maryland will be also a big good matchup. It could go down to overtime because of how well both those teams are playing. Because Maryland did lose to Rutgers, but I mean they just know how to rebound even when they do lose. So that would just be a very much a steal matchup right there for the game after Wisconsin won. And that brings up a matchup of Michigan State and Wisconsin. I think Michigan State primarily just wins in field goal percentages and they also shoot the free throws very well. And I think Wisconsin isn't as consistent when you talk about free throws, but when they do make free throws, I think they win the game. But I think Michigan State will make more free throws, and Wisconsin I think will get more foul trouble. I think Cassius Winston and a couple of their senior class squad, I think they will two-peat and they will be your 2020 Big Ten champions from Indianapolis. So I'm very excited for that tournament. I was very glad to share it with you guys right away. So just wanted to do that. And thank you guys for watching, and see you all next time at MI Sports Talk YouTube channel.